You would have. Okay, so shit went down today, and it just prompted a video. And this is not something that comes often. You know me and my relationship to making videos and content. It's not the healthiest. But anyways, um, I think we have an interesting conversation here. At least I got some shit to say about some topic. And you know what the topic is? I'm going to tell you now. It's people's expectation of you. And let me give you some background in what prompted this conversation. So I tweeted today, and it was just a picture of a dead fish in the middle of a fully dried up pond, and the caption was as follow: a rare picture of a PoE streamer waiting for the new league. So it's just a snarky comment. Like, if you know me, you know it's like the type of remarks I always do, and I think it's just funny, right? Just like, I'm just messing around. Now, some people, they don't fucking mess around. So come this guy, I don't know his name, and it said, dude, you quit, just let it go already. And I thought it was very interesting. So now, of course, like, yeah, this guy's a dumb fuck, but I think there's, I'm not mad at him. I think there's deeper meaning to what he just said. And that's what I want to talk about today. So let's go. So I think we've all noticed through our lives that whenever we make a decision and we make it public, sometimes there's always like a bunch of people who will hold you to even higher standards than you do yourself. For example, when it's New Year's Eve and everybody's like, yeah, like in 2021, in 2020, I'm gonna hit the gym, I'm gonna delete Facebook, I'm gonna hire a lawyer and divorce my wife. And everybody's kind of like, feeling great. Like, it's the biggest example of I'm going to bed and tomorrow I'm gonna go big. Except it's like a yearly thing. It's like the biggest one of the year. It's tomorrow everything changes. And we've all noticed this firsthand. For example, when you just driver's license, when you're summoned and you have to pass the driving test, just to get your license. In France, at least, I don't know about anywhere else, but in France, it's don't tell the date to anyone, and just do it and come back with your license and just be a balding, right? Like, hey, I didn't tell you, yeah, I got my license today, bro. Yo, what up? And it's kind of like the weight loss. When somebody's like, you get a friend who's a fat fuck, and like, all right, nobody says anything, and one day it's like, dude, I started watching some Rich Piana video, dude. I'm gonna get big, I'm gonna lose all the weight, and yeah, it's gonna be great. And there's always one person in the group of friends who's gonna be more involved in this process than the person themselves, and they're gonna be super fucking mad if they fail. So it got me thinking, why is this? That's a very interesting concept, because at the end of the day, most people only care about one thing, and it's themselves and their family sometimes. And so why would a stranger online care about, the way I follow through what I just said? And it got me thinking. And now, that's my conclusion. I'm not the smartest guy around. My conclusion is as follow. When you become the voice of a movement, something that is aimed at improving yourself, so weight loss, starting investment, quitting an addiction, quitting a toxic relationship, when you go public about this, you're kind of becoming like an emblem, right? Like a flagship, and everybody rallies behind you. Anybody who just kind of relates to your issues will rally behind you. And this is where it gets crazy, to me at least. What I noticed is they're not really rooting for you, they're more like rooting for themselves. What they really, really want is actually do the change themselves, because they can relate to your situation. When I posted the video, I received thousands, and this is not an overstatement, thousands of DMs on Discord, Twitter, on emails, on 2 of my emails actually, even my personal one. I don't even know how the fuck you guys found it, but so many emails, YouTube comments, and people who was like really resonated with the way I felt at the time about like Path of Exile, gaming, streaming in general. And by me, like their streamer or their content creator doing it, they kind of put all their eggs in my basket, right? Just give me your eggs, boys. And the reason why I think it is that some of them are mad now, it's because they're just projecting. It's, if I do it myself, if I succeed, if I kill my addiction to video gaming, if I stop fucking around, go wild, fucking build myself up, not from scratch, but if I rebuild myself up, if I live a happy life, have a hot wife that I bang every night, build a family, have tomatoes, if I do it, then maybe they can do it themselves. But what I'm just out here grinding and rebuilding, They don't have to do anything, right? They can stay the same miserable selves. They can stay like in the same fucking shit situation, same shit relationship, shit job, shit life, shit game, and it doesn't matter because I'm doing it. So the reason why I think some people get so fucking mad and adamant about me just quitting for good, it's because this is something they wish they could do, but they don't have the dick to do it themselves, or the ovaries. I don't know, the balls or whatever. So yo, I think it was just a very interesting thing. I don't know if I make sense. I don't really care, to be honest. Most likely, like no one is gonna see this video, but hey, I guess let's expand a bit more about the topic, right? So I'm sure most of you are wondering first, like how I'm doing. I don't really want to talk too much about it. Kind of like the reason why you don't want to tell when you're getting your driving exam, because I kind of want to do things for myself now after doing things for content for so many years. I'm doing things for myself now. So of course my friends are all up to date with what I'm doing, but it's a pretty small circle. I don't have that many friends, and I'm okay with this. That's kind of by design. It's like a choice. So I'm doing good. Like, of course, I'm not gonna become a fucking millionaire like overnight and just do all the investment and buy a house and do everything and be. I lost weight. I do things at my own pace, and I'm just being tactical about it. I'm not going like too ballistics. Like I know my limits. I know everything about myself almost, so I can work with this. And now, what do I think about this? Because I'm also sure some of you are wondering two questions. Am I ever going to go back to streaming? And am I ever going to play PoE again? Do I still want to play PoE? Let's answer the PoE question first. So, of course, this is a game I played for 8 years. I'm still involved with it. I'm still checking the news, like sometimes checking the subreddit because I care about it. When you care about something, you don't have to just like cut it and just ghost it forever. It's not what it is about. So what I'm seeing from the game now is, and this might be controversial, PoE is a dying game, and not dying game because like, oh, there's 3 players, no one plays anymore. It's a dying game because, well, at the end of the day, not gay. It's massively online multiplayer game, right? Like a lot of players are online, trade, economy, share builds, lots of content. And what I'm noticing is the overall mood for the game, the overall perception of the game went down so much, man. So much. And this is not me being mad at the game and wanting to see it fail. This is just like a fact. You can go in any Asmongold stream or any big streamer, not even related to PoE. When somebody talks shit about a free-to-play mechanic and store purchase, like, oh wow, we have MTX base items look like absolute trash in game, but if you buy microtransactions, you're gonna look like a god. And even though this comment would be aimed at another game, you will see people spam PoE in the chat, right? Like PoE. Overall, you can go on any social media, YouTube comments, Reddit, like 4chan, of course 4chan. Everybody is kind of like very disillusioned with the game. There's no goodwill left. And also like the player base, like I know white like fanboys will argue that no, it's not a dead game, it's almost the end of the league, but player numbers will go down again and again until something is done. And I have no desire to play PoE. There's so many good games that are coming out. There's New World that come out in a week. There is Ashes of Creation, Diablo 2 Resurrected is coming out, Diablo 4 is going to come out. There's a bunch of fucking great games that are coming, so to me right now, there's not really any point in playing PoE because like I'm busy and I'm trying to make the best use of my time, and literally playing PoE is like the worst use of my time because you just spend hours and hours and hours and hours being weak as fuck, grinding to maybe get better, and it's just like a hamster. It feels like a hamster treadmill. Like the fun is gated behind so many doors. Like I just don't see myself committing any more time like in this game. Maybe Path of Exile 2, but honestly I'm not very optimistic about it. So that's my take on PoE. I don't think I will come back. Maybe I'll play just 3 hours on a Friday night if I don't have anything planned, but that's it. And then will I ever come back to streaming? So that's an interesting question. Of course, I've been thinking about it a lot because I've loved streaming for so long, and I was convinced that this is what I would be doing for the next 10 years, right? But I had a change of heart and decided to like not go through with it. And this question, I think it's a pretty pertinent question. And this is, I would like to say yes. I think you can expect seeing me getting back, but it would be kind of different because now that I'm not really like in this prison of like the very tiny life, right? Where I just, it's just this, uh, I don't know, like a tiny, tiny world of just PoE, Reddit, Discord, Twitch, and Twitter. And that's the entirety of my life, and all of this revolving around Path of Exile. I feel like I just expanded my horizons, and there's so many more interesting topics, so many more things I want to dabble in. And if I ever get back to content, so first it would not be Path of Exile, or maybe just try out Path of Exile 2 when it comes out. But it will still be like one single game, and just trying out more things, like go like super relaxed about it, and just like make content. So when I say make content, it's like I said, like what I'm doing right now, right? Videos like this. You might laugh at me, but I think TikTok, there's like some great TikToks, right? Like YouTube Shorts, and I think there's like there's some very good energy. So overall, if I ever come back, I will not be doing the same mistake of just really focusing too hard on the game and bringing value to the players of this game, but more just trying to be creative and just more become like not a TV show, because I don't have the money to invest in making my stream a TV show, but being more just diverse, I guess, more interesting, not as linear, and have like events. And of course, it won't be my job, right? Unless like some shit happens, but shit happens only when you really want it and you do the work for it. That's the thing. Like if my stream never really popped off, like really popped, it's because I guess that's not really what I wanted, right? Because when somebody really wants something, they really get it done. So I think I will eventually come back to streaming, but it's gonna be very, very different from what you've been accustomed to. And there's no date. There's no like, no date or anything. No, nothing is planned yet. But if I ever come back, like you will be notified and you will hear about it. So that's what I gotta say. I gotta go back to work, my dude. So yeah, that's about it. Maybe you can sub to this channel. I don't know how often I'll be talking about this. I think I've got a lot of shit to say because I go from talking to hundreds of people every day to just nobody. I don't have friends, man. I'm single too now, so yeah. I don't I'm gonna talk to you this way, right? So hey, everybody, thank you so much, and take care of yourself, right? Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you around. Bye.